Hey everybody, Mallory here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally bringing to you my thoughts on the 10 new releases for our spring and summer catalog 2025. I have warmed all of them with the caveat of not having to warm Sweet Pea and Freesia as of yet. I think this is going to be a one and done for me. I'll probably reach for it maybe in April, otherwise in May when I'm wanting to reach for more florally type of scents. This is known as Sweet Pea, Colorful Freesia, and Rosewater. I do get the rose. And I just think on warm, it's gonna be pretty powdery overall. So like I said, I'm not really in a hurry to warm this. I think it'll be one and done, kind of is what it is to me. So that's the only one I have not warmed. Can already tell it's probably not gonna be a repurchase. So otherwise I've warmed the rest in at least one area, if not two, and have some thoughts. So the first one I warmed was the Sweet Lime and Peach. I warmed 2 cubes of this here in my office, which feels like it was forever ago already. And I'll read the notes and then I'll tell you what I wrote down while I was warming it. The notes are fresh lime and garden mint add zest to ever sweet peach blossom. So with the note or the name of Sweet Lime and Peach, you think you're gonna get this maybe kind of nice fruity concoction, maybe kind of like cocktail vibes. And the mint in there does kind of make it lean that way. But when I first warmed this, I wrote down the mint starts out very sharp. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe that. It wasn't like a pleasant mint. It was not very fruity, almost leaned more like floral aquatic to my nose. And the mint read very bitter. It was light to medium on performance. I got the same peach note that's in Juicy Peach that's in here, which is kind of musky. So that's why I think it leans more like aquatic-y, floral even. I just don't love the way this all comes together. The name, maybe it just is kind of misleading in my mind. So I'm wanting something that I'm not getting. So I'm going to warm it again, maybe downstairs in my kitchen, give it another shot. Maybe it needs more room to kind of breathe and feel a bigger space than just my office here. So I'll reach for this again, probably not anytime soon, maybe in the summer months. It just kind of is okay to me. I was hoping for more out of this, and I don't love the mint in it. So we will see what it does in a different space. But Sweet Lime and Peach so far is a no for me. The next one I warmed was Ocean Shimmer. I warmed 3 cubes of this so far. I warmed 1 cube down in our bathroom and then the other 2 cubes here in my office. This has notes of Capri Lemon, Blue Musk, and Sea Spray. And this one did not really change for me at all from on cold to warm. Like what you smell on cold is what I got on warm. It's not overly exciting, just kind of like a flat aquatic scent. That being said, it's not that I dislike it, it's just not very exciting, kind of run-of-the-mill salty aquatic type scent. I did get more of a saltiness on day 2 warming this than the first day. It's pleasant, it's fresh, it's clean, it's definitely aquatic. Do I want to repurchase it right away? Probably not, because I like other aquatic scents more, but it is enjoyable. Kind of a medium performer, lasted longer than I thought it would. And like I said, what you smell on cold is what I got on warm. So pleasant, but not running to repurchase. The third one I warmed was Italian Sunshine. I warmed all but 2 cubes of this. This has notes of Italian bergamot, sun-kissed coconut, sweet berries, and amber. And I am probably in the minority on this, but I did not like this. I do not like this. It's too heavy on the bergamot for me, I wrote down. To enjoy, it leans too masculine. And after the bergamot kind of wears off after day 1, I'm just kind of over it. It's not worth a repurchase in my opinion. The bergamot in there is so sharp to my nose. And it's not a pretty bergamot in my opinion. It's too sharp. I would rather reach for something like Spring Forward, which I do have a couple more bars of in my stash, that has a lot of the same notes, but without that sharp bergamot that's in this bar. So it's not a repurchase for me, unfortunately. I'll probably throw the last 2 cubes in our man cave in our basement and just let it do its thing and be done with it. Like I said, I know I'm in the minority on this because I've heard a lot of positive feedback on this one, but to me, it's not a repurchase. The next one I warmed is Wild for Wildflowers. I warmed the whole bar of this one and very, very impressed. I really like this one. This one is Bright Yuzu, Juicy Tangerine, Sweet Lychee, and Wildflowers. I wrote down, goes for days. Definitely great for longevity, very company friendly, and nice, easygoing type of a scent. More citrus. Again, the name is kind of misleading on this one. You think it's gonna be floral. It's very citrus heavy in my opinion. And the longevity, yeah, I could put this in just in my warmers here in my office, like on a Friday, let it go all weekend, come back to my office to work on Monday, you can still smell it just the same. So great for performance, and just like I said, a nice, easygoing, happy, sunny type of a scent. Would definitely repurchase this. That being said, like, I'm not going to make a special purchase just to get more, but if I need to like finish out a 6-pack or something, I would definitely, you know, pick this up again. Probably not club worthy for me, even though I do really enjoy this. I could see them definitely bringing this back for next catalog season. I think it'll be pretty popular. So Wild for Wildflowers is a win. Next one was my favorite, and it is Island Bloom. This was my favorite on cold, and so far I've warmed 3 cubes, and I can say that is my favorite on warm as well. This has notes of starfruit, watermelon, and island palm, and I just love the watermelon. I'm definitely like a fruity summer type scent lover. Let's see, did I write anything down for this one? I wrote down, has great scent throw, and it does. I love the watermelon mixed with the tropical notes. It's really all I can say about it. It's just really good. If you like watermelon or fruity type scents in general, you should definitely pick this up. I warmed 3 cubes of this here in my office at different times, and definitely just, this is the scent for me. It's on appeal wise, it's what I want to be warming, especially this time of year. The next one is Freshwater Sage. This has notes of citrus zest, bergamot, tea leaves, and marine musk. I've warmed 3 cubes so far, all downstairs in our bathroom, in our master bathroom. I wrote down, it's not as overpowering in our bathroom warmer as I initially thought it would be. When you smell this on cold, you think it's gonna be like a powerhouse. It is still plenty strong, but I thought it was gonna be like too overpowering, and luckily I would say it's not. It's just a nice and clean, slightly musky, and the sage does make it lean a little bit masculine, but I do enjoy those types of scents. So like, while this leans masculine because of the sage, and the Italian Sunshine leans more masculine to me because of that bergamot, like, I don't like this, but I would prefer something like the Freshwater Sage that has like an aquatic aspect to it. So like the Italian Sunshine, this is too like perfumey, sharp, masculine. Like, it's really off-putting to my nose. This is much more calming, gentle, and pleasing to me. So definitely would repurchase. Again, kind of like along the same lines of Wild for Wildflowers. I'm not running to like make an order just to purchase more of this, but when I do purchase order in the future, and I would definitely pick up more of this. So Freshwater Sage is a win in my opinion. Great for bedrooms, bathrooms, man caves. Probably wouldn't warm something like that in my kitchen, but bedroom, bathroom, office type of a scent. Next one I warmed was Pearlescent Coast. Beautiful color. I warmed 4 cubes of this. I warmed 2 cubes down in our kitchen area, and then the other 2 cubes here in my office. I wrote down, it got lost in our kitchen warmers, but was stronger in a smaller space. It was stronger up here. This is notes of lotus blossom, bamboo, and apricot musk. So again, very pleasing to me, like scent note wise, but lighter than I want it to be. And like I said, downstairs in the kitchen, in our more like kitchen dining area, it got lost. I would definitely stick to smaller spaces for this, offices, bathrooms, bedrooms, that type of a place. So for that reason, I'm not sure that I would put this on my club, just because I have other aquatic scents in my club that I like more, like Sandswept, Dark Harbor, Pacific Mist. I have those aquatic scents in my club. And I could maybe actually see, I shouldn't say that so far, because I could maybe do like a scent battle between something like Pearlescent Coast and Pacific Mist and see which one I like more, because they are kind of similar in the like fresh, slightly fruity floral aspect. So very good on scent appeal for me. Not overly strong. It is more of a gentle scent, but very pretty, and I do enjoy the scent of it overall. The next one, Barefoot Beach. This has notes of warm sand, coconut, macadamia, island driftwood. Coconut, macadamia, island driftwood. And I wrote down for this one, oh, first of all, I warmed 4 cubes. 2 cubes I warmed in our like mudroom entryway area, and then the other 2 cubes I warmed in our bedroom and bathroom, 1 cube each. I wrote down at first, do not like. The driftwood is too cologne heavy. I want more warm and creamy notes. So that's after I first warmed it in our like mudroom, laundry room area. It was way too strong, 2 cubes in that warmer. So then I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll warm it in our bedroom and bathroom. I'll put 1 cube in a mini warmer, 1 cube in just our 25 watt, it's the Aziza warmer. And I much more enjoyed it in that space. So this is strong. And on cold, you definitely do get that perfumey driftwood. On warm, luckily, more of the creamy macadamia or sandalwood came through for me. Not sandalwood, driftwood. Creamy coconut and macadamia came through more for me on warm in a smaller, or not a smaller space, but like just 1 cube per warmer versus it being too strong for 2 cubes in 1 warmer. So what I'm trying to say is this needs room to breathe, and start with just 1 cube per warmer and then maybe build up from there if you're not happy with how strong it is. But to me, this is definitely a powerhouse. And so I will stick to larger spaces for this, or just stick to 1 cube of wax per warmer. I'm not sure I'd warm something like this in my office. It is bathroom and bedroom appropriate in my opinion. I would maybe do like an alternating warmers throughout our whole living space. Do this with something like Sun Castles or Kukui and Coconut, even like some vendor wax if it has like a creamy coconut in it. So would maybe mix with something like that. Otherwise, stick to 1 cube per warmer, and like I said, build up from there. So it needs room to breathe. I liked it better when it was, you know, in adjoining rooms and not so much wax in a warmer. So proceed with caution with Barefoot Beach, but I did enjoy it the second time I warmed it in a different space. So it just goes to show, try things, you know, more than once in a different spaces and give them a chance. And then last but not least, Desert Twilight. I've warmed 6 cubes of this. This has notes of saguaro blossom, warm clay, and sandalwood. And just PCS, like just a, you know, word to the wise. The G is silent. It's saguaro blossom for anybody who has trouble pronouncing that. This to me is just kind of okay. It's not a type of scent that I want to reach for. It is kind of cozy and earthy. I just don't like these types of scents so much. It doesn't smell bad. It's just kind of shampoo-y. I don't know. It's just not a scent profile I gravitate towards. So I will probably finish these 2 cubes up in our bedroom or our man cave area and be happy with it. Not a repurchase, in my opinion. Not for me anyway. It just kind of is what it is. It's pretty, and if you like these types of scents in your bedroom, then I do recommend it. It's kind of gentle and doesn't really change a lot for me from cold to warm. It just is what it is. So I don't love it, don't hate it, would not repurchase. It is pretty, it's just not a repurchase. So I would say top 5, Island Bloom for me, Wild for Wildflowers, Freshwater Sage, Pearlescent Coast, and Barefoot Beach. So I'm not sure how much that changed from my initial thoughts to now, if I had maybe Ocean Shimmer in there instead, but I would say a well-rounded group of new releases other than the fact that we're missing Bakery. So if you have a favorite, let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.